Uwe. I'm working as Engagement Director in Ericsson Dedicated Networks, and I'm based in Germany. First of all, what do we mean by dedicated networks? It is mentioned here in the subtitle. We are talking about cellular enterprise networks. And we say dedicated networks because we are looking at those networks which are fully owned and which can be operated and used by enterprise customers. Industries have a need for robust and reliable connectivity, and we see this across various segments as shown on that slide, starting from manufacturing, going over mining, ports, offshore and process industry, power utilities, and also airports. And what they need is local survivability. So they need a network which runs completely on-premise, where all the components are on-premise, which do not require any specific connectivity into the cloud. They are asking for high security and privacy. They want to keep data local. So data should not go into any cloud or any other place, because data is also seen as a valuable asset. And they are also asking for certain quality of service. They want to see high throughput, low latency. And we think that with dedicated cellular 4G and 5G networks, we can perfectly address those industry needs. However, we should keep in mind that here we are talking about enterprises using those networks. So that means we need to rethink our approach to operation management. We cannot expect that enterprise customers have all the competence and all the knowledge to install and operate and manage cellular networks, and it requires a lot of competence. So therefore, we need to find a way to, on one side, support those networks so that they can be operated with the required reliability. And at the same time, we need to give an enterprise customer easy access to the operation and management of those networks, so that an enterprise customer can manage the important aspects of the network which are relevant for their business. And how we are doing this? So first of all, we are aiming here for simplicity. So that means we are coming with a pre-packaged solution, pre-integrated, which allows an enterprise customer to automate the deployment of that on-premise dedicated networks to a high degree. That also means that, for instance, the initial software installation is done in an automated way. Also, future software upgrades are done in a fully automated way. And we have also introduced a local persona-based management, because within an enterprise organization, you find different teams. You have the IT organization, which is more focusing on the network connectivity aspects. But you also have the operational technology, the OT teams within the enterprise customers, and they are more focusing on the device aspects of it and how devices are connected to the applications they are running. And each of those different personas, they have different needs and requirements. And therefore, we decided to go for a persona-based management, which means that depending on the role the user has in the system, he gets different views on the system in order to support that person in the best possible way in executing his or her tasks. We are also aiming for efficiency, because in particular for enterprise customers from the manufacturing segment, but also from the other segments, time is really money, and it means that they need to have a network which can be efficient and which can be managed in a very efficient way, which can be set up in an efficient way, and which can also be upgraded and lifecycle management in an efficient way with no or almost zero downtimes. And for this one, we have created a cloud-based management architecture, and I will describe this on the next slide. And with this architecture, we can also achieve global, consistent service level objectives and service level agreements, so that enterprise customers can rely on the availability of the network. They can also rely on certain response times in case there is a problem with the network, so that they get the best possible support in the shortest time in order to reduce any downtime of the network. What we're also providing is a management API, and via that management API, the network can be integrated into existing business and automation processes. Because enterprise customers are using connectivity for a certain purpose and for supporting certain type of use cases. And those use cases are working end-to-end from a device using connectivity, wireless connectivity, up to an application running in an edge cloud, a private cloud, or even in a global cloud. And the connectivity part of that end-to-end solution, that needs to become better integrated into the overall end-to-end solution. And for this, we are offering management APIs. And I will elaborate on those API layer in more detail on the following slides. So that means by offering an integrated support here and in combination with the open APIs, we are achieving a reduced time to market and overall a lower TCO. This slide shows the cloud-based management architecture, and what you see here in the top in the center is the cloud management component. And you can see that this cloud-based management component plays an important role, but it only plays a role in the operation and management of the network. So it's not involved in providing the connectivity, which is here in the lower part, which is running completely on premise. So that means that if you lose connectivity to that cloud management component, everything will continue to run on premise. You only lose possibility to manage the system over a certain period of time, but otherwise operation of that network is not impacted. But via this cloud management component, we can now achieve various tasks. So on one side, we are using it to implement a so-called network management portal. And this portal is used by enterprise customers in order to operate and manage the system. Via this portal, there's also a NOC or tier 1 support who gets insights into the operation of the system. And also the second level and third level support can use this cloud-based management component to get quick access to the system, which is running here on-premise at an enterprise site. And in addition, we are exposing from this cloud management component also the management API. So this is optional. It's not mandatory to use that API, but many enterprise customers are interested in using this API in order to integrate connectivity into their end-to-end solution that they are using that connectivity for, and which is then actually address a certain business problem on their side. Now you can also see here that there are different roles within the enterprise organization. So enterprise operations is typically done by an IT organization, but there are also OT, operational technology technicians, who want to access the system. And that's the reason why we have implemented the persona-based access to the network management portal, where different roles are getting different views and different access rights to the network management portal. Okay, on this slide, I would like to show you a few screenshots, and I would like to highlight a few aspects of the network management portal that we're using as part of the Ericsson Private 5G product. If we start here on the left top side. So first of all, there's a central dashboard providing a single pane of glass for all the sites. So one enterprise can have different sites or various sites, several sites, and those become visible here in this overview. Then it also provides you with an overview of the provisioned devices, and it also provides statistics about the data traffic which is consumed by those devices and what the devices are currently doing and in which status they are. It also provides an overview and allows configuration of network equipment, and that also includes self-discovery. So when you first activate a system, it will automatically detect all the radio equipment which is connected to it. It will automatically configure the radio equipment which is connected. And that makes it really easy for an enterprise customer to set up and install such a network. Then there's also a dashboard showing more performance, quality of service kind of parameters, like what is the current throughput, uplink, downlink throughput in the system, what is the current number of connected devices, what is the latency, and so on. So more performance related KPIs. And then there is also an area where you can manage the users and the role-based access rights. And then last but not least, it is also possible to specify network segments, and network segments give you the possibility to separate device traffic and to define service-specific quality of service. So in this way, you can actually put all the devices which are requiring a certain traffic characteristic, like low latency traffic, you can put it into the same network segment, and then all the devices in that network segment will get the right quality of service which is required for them. And overall, this is implemented with an intuitive UI based on user experience research. So we are having a really great user interface team here who's always looking at the latest state-of-the-art technology in order to make it very easy for enterprise end users to operate the system. Because it's not the main job for enterprise customers to operate and manage those systems. They want to use that system to solve a specific problem that they have, for instance, in manufacturing or communication or for assisted worker applications and so on. So they don't want to bother too much with the operational management part of it. So therefore, we try to make it extremely easy for them. Okay, so key takeaways for dedicated networks operational management. So first of all, and I guess we all agree on this, dedicated cellular 4G, 5G networks are perfectly suited to address industry needs for robust and reliable connectivity. And that's also the feedback that we are getting from ongoing engagement. It is also obvious that enterprise customers are not telco experts, and they should not become telco experts. They need an easy to deploy, easy to operate product. And this is something that we are addressing in the Ericsson private 5G dedicated networks product. So we are addressing the operation and management needs of enterprises by offering a cloud-based management architecture, an easy-to-use network management portal for the enterprise customer, an API layer for integration into the enterprise IT/OT domain. And then last but not least, with this architecture, we are also enabling an integrated support which can be delivered by Ericsson or a partner of Ericsson. And that partner of Ericsson can be a communication service provider, but it could be also any other partner who is familiar with managing and operating cellular networks and who wants to actually monetize on that competence and would like to offer management and operating of the cellular part of the network as a service. This concludes my presentation. Thanks a lot for your attention and enjoy your event. Bye-bye.